In a previous video, I showed you how this Nissan can automatically lock the doors whenever you get to a certain speed, and that is good for safety, right? And then I also showed you that you have 3 options on how to unlock the doors whenever you don't need the doors to be locked anymore. You have the option that, 1, I do not want you to unlock these doors at all. Maximum security option. You have the mid security option, which says that I'd like you to automatically unlock my doors whenever I come to a stop and then turn off my vehicle. And then you have the other option that says, well, whenever I come to a stop and put my vehicle in park, just unlock the doors for me. And that is great, right? You want that for convenience as well. But what if you look at all these features, as much as they're a safety feature, and you find that they're more of a burden to you, it's more of an inconvenience to you, and you'd rather get rid of the feature completely, in that you do not want the vehicle to automatically lock at all. There's a way to get rid of that, and this video is going to show you how to do that. But first, let me demonstrate with my vehicle how the automatic locking function happens so that you can confirm whether you have it in your vehicle. And then after that, I'll show you how to get rid of it. And what we're going to be looking at, well, first let me show you. So we have this is your door lock. All the doors, it happens to all the doors, but it's just easier to show you on the driver door. So we'll be looking at that lock over there. We'll be looking at the speedometer. 20 miles an hour is our magic number. And then there's something else I'll show you in a bit. But for now, let's just keep our eyes on those two. Let me open the door to unlock, to reset everything. 20 miles an hour, here we come. Okay, you did see that locked itself, right? Okay, and in this case, I've mentioned that whenever I put it in park, my setting, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my setting is that I put it in park and then everything unlocks. So you're going to look at the gear selector, gear indicator over there. It's in drive right now, neutral, R, and then put it in park. Did you see that unlocking itself? Okay, so that is what the automatic locking function is. When it got to 20 miles an hour, it locked, and my unlocking setting is that whenever I put it in park, it unlocks. Good. Now I'd like you'll keep an eye on the same things, but now instead of just that, I'm going to change the setting, and to change the setting, I'll be using these buttons. Well, this one switch over here, this central locking switch, which is to lock, unlock, and then you'll be looking at the gauge cluster. You'll be looking for those 2 turn signal lights, which basically your hazard lights, like that. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking at, and I'd like you to see how everything changes. So let's go for it. Let me turn off the vehicle. Okay, so it's already unlocked, right? And then I'd like to change the locking and the automatic locking. I don't want it to lock at 20 miles an hour anymore. So at this point, push this to your first position, and then your second position where your gauges come live. Hold it down within 5 seconds. Just hold the lock down. Did you notice it clicked just once? Okay, whenever it clicks once, that usually means we have canceled. So let's do this. Let's turn the car on. Actually, let me turn it all the way off just to reset everything. Okay, turn it on. And let's do the same thing we did last time. Get it up to speed, get it to 20 miles an hour. You'll notice at this point, it did not lock at all. And although it's not locked, my vehicle is still intending to unlock whenever I put it in park. So whenever I put it in park, you'll hear the doors basically unlocking, actuating and unlocking. So listen out. They did that thing again. They did the whole unlocking thing. So, or maybe, I guess I could kind of demonstrate that it still wants to unlock. Right? So they still unlock. What if your car did not even have that feature and you want to turn it back on? I'll show you. Same thing, turn it off. And we're going for the lock one, right? And this time, put it into the second position. Pretty much the same steps, by the way. Then hold the lock down. The hazard flashed twice, and once means we canceled it, twice means we activated it. So in this case, we still have the same feature we had, which was whenever it gets to 20 miles an hour, it's going to lock. Turn it off. I unlock the doors just to reset everything. Turn it on. And now, when we get to 20 miles an hour, it should lock. And it did. Okay? So now you know how that feature works, how to turn it on and how to turn it off. Okay, so let's do this. Put it in park, which is how and then it unlocks. Now, maybe you're curious what happens if you touch the other side of it. So far, I've been playing with the lock side of it rather than the unlock side of it. And those two features basically corroborate or at least relate to what you want your car to do. The lock side deals with, do you want it to automatically lock or do you not want it to automatically lock? Still, the question is automatically locking, right? You could change whenever you play with the unlock side. It now changes the setting to, do you want it to automatically unlock or do you not want it to automatically unlock? Which is pretty much this setting right here that we were playing with on the screen, which is lock here, automatic unlock. Do you want it to be off or do you want it to work, right? And so whenever I turn that feature to off, in that I do not want it to unlock, it's the same as selecting this feature right here. But then whenever I say, no, it's all right, I want it to automatically unlock, it says, well, whatever you had picked over here is what we're gonna go with. And let me show you how that works. So turn everything off again. So I have the automatically locking feature on, right? That is functional. So what I'm gonna do is put it to the second position and then go for the unlock button. Hold it down. Okay, it clicked once, which says I've canceled the unlock feature. And we're going to turn it off. Open the door, shut the door. As I said, the locking feature still works because last time we played with the locking side, it clicked twice, right? And you already saw a demo of that. Put it in drive, go to 20 miles an hour. It locks. But now, when I put it in park, nothing happens because I canceled the automatic unlocking feature. Right? Makes sense. So let's go ahead and turn it off. I like the unlocking feature. Absolutely love the unlocking feature. I could turn off the locking, but I absolutely have to have the unlocking feature. So let's go ahead and push this into the second position. Hold the unlock down. Clicked twice, and again when it clicks twice it says the automatic unlocking feature has been activated. Once is to cancel, twice is to activate it, right? So let's turn it off, open and shut the door to reset everything, and then turn it on again. Drive 20 miles an hour. It locks, and whenever I put it in park, it should go back to doing exactly what I had it picked to do or selected to do. And there you go. I hope this video makes sense. You know, I was thinking, how do I show this? Do I show a graph? But I think at the end of the day, whenever you have a demo to show people exactly what happens, it makes a little more sense. And if you're watching this video because you don't know what I was talking about, I hope you went back to your car and said, I wonder if my car has that feature, right? So I hope that makes sense. The key things to remember here are, whenever you make your changes, one, your car has to be in the second position, right? Start, then on, and then you need to jump on this switch right here as soon as you can, and then just hold it down. And then something is going to happen on your gauge cluster. Either the indicator is going to flash once or twice. And then, as I said, depending on whether you've done it on the lock side or the unlock side that determines whether you are disabling the automatic lock or the automatic unlock. And you can actually have it automatically unlock without automatically locking, which, you know, you've seen me demonstrate that. But I hope this video makes sense. I like making these videos on features and stuff, just in case you have a vehicle and you're driving it and you think this Murano is such a nice car, except I don't like that the door keeps locking itself. That is how you can make life easier for yourself, right? Hey, all the best. I hope this makes sense, and hope you enjoy the video.